Welcome to Bree Happy.
God.
That's the name we came up with, right guys? I have a special guest here. This is Michael Gallagher from Totally Scam.
Hi.
This question's from Tumblr and it's from Anonymous, and they asked, how do you find an outlet with all the stuff happening in your life?
I'm kind of an interesting person to ask that because when I was young, I found kind of what I wanted to do. You know, like I was about 9 and I found that I wanted to make movies and direct and do all that. I really was sticking to my passion, and I found people with a like interest, and I kind of stayed in that route, and it really kept me centered and focused, and I think matured me at a young age. I think the key is to try different things when you're young, and you know, even if you like one certain part of something, just kind of explore it and find out that there might be a job within something close to that or around that or near that. It's just a matter of trying different things and finding out what you like, because if you can find a job in something that you like to do, it's not a job, it's just something fun.
I completely agree with that, especially when you said try other things, because when I was younger and I always knew I wanted to act and stuff and my parents wouldn't let me, I had to find other ways to do that. So I did theater at school and I did film at school, which is actually how I met him. Just try to stick to things that are sort of in that realm, even if you can't accomplish the exact thing you want to do, because eventually the thing that you want to do the most you'll ultimately reach in the end.
Be patient.
Be completely patient. The next question is from Facebook and it's from Leanne Lee, or Lay. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it.
Cool,
okay.
man.
How do I get a guy that I like to like me?
Well, hello.
You're a guy.
I am a guy.
So you should answer.
Yep, I'm a guy.
Okay.
I think there's a couple of ways. You have to make yourself known to them first. I feel like a lot of people keep these kind of feelings and emotions kind of bottled up and stare from afar. And I feel like you're never gonna really get anywhere with that. I think engaging in some light, friendly conversation, trying to bump into them, learn about what they like, what they don't like, and just try and get to know them generally. I think any good relationship I've ever had has come from actually starting as friends, and then that friendship kind of develops further. It's important to also let someone know that you do like them at a certain point, because as a guy, it's really hard to know if someone likes you or not. Like, I know I'm the worst at picking up any kind of signal. Women seem to have this kind of thought that, oh, guys, they know what's going on, but guys really don't know what is going on. So if you just tell them, then it makes things a little easier sometimes.
So taking that into account, do you think it's a good idea for a girl to ask a guy out?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like that's very common nowadays, and I feel like it would really might throw some guys if it's just out of the blue. But I think if you know somebody and you just want to hang out, and then if you want to just ask somebody out, I think you should. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
This question is from Twitter and it's from Erica Russell, and she asks, how do you deal with criticism?
The way I deal with all this is I take the good and the bad at the same level. So I try not to take either of them that seriously, because if you take all the positive things that people can say about you as well, it can almost like inflate your ego and make you think that you're better than you actually are, because we're all the same. I try and think of all the nice things and all the mean things kind of on the same level, and just I think of them, I take them with a grain of salt, as I say.
People say such mean things that it hurts, like, no matter what. The best thing to do is ignore it, because it's gonna happen no matter what, whether it's online or in real life. Like, what else can you do except try to move past it? Because I don't know, I have some great stories that revolve around people making fun of me and people trying to bring me down, but they're good stories.
Everyone is going to have an opinion, whether they're good or bad, about you, about anything you're doing in your life. But just know that it doesn't really matter what they have to say. It really just matters how you feel about it. The times that I take criticism the most to heart is usually if I agree with it, actually. If it's something that I've been worried about and someone points it out, that's usually when criticism affects me. It's
like Steve said in the acne video the other day. He said it's 10 times worse when someone's calling you out on something that you're already aware of. Totally. And it just like sucks. You already are dealing with something internally and externally, and it's just like someone's calling you out and you already know. It's just be mindful of what you say to other people, and just try to be a good person. Maybe it won't come back to you, right?
There you go.
That's what I do. This question's from Tumblr and it's from somebody anonymous, and they basically are saying they had one of the most embarrassing moments of their life and they had a stain on their pants and someone was nice enough to tell them. What are some of your most embarrassing moments? How did you get over them?
Offhand, I try and block out those things, but the biggest thing I've learned from all of the embarrassing stuff I've done my entire life is that if you are not embarrassed, if you can find a way in yourself to not be too self-conscious and too embarrassed and too all up in your head about whatever you're saying or doing or encountering, then you become, in a way, invincible, not like a superhero, but because bullets will still kill you.
What do you think are some good steps to get rid of this layer of embarrassment to become invincible?
You learn from your mistakes, you learn about yourself, but it's like if I was just constantly embarrassed and living in fear that I was going to spill things on myself, I think I'd be clumsier. You're the only one who really cares about the things that you mess up about and do. Like, nobody else really cares. Everyone's so kind of self-involved with their own stuff. Like, most people aren't noticing. Some people do, but it's only because they're insecure about things that have happened to them and they're just projecting it onto you.
The reason that I actually have my Twitter profile picture, it's like this really gross picture of me, like, doing weird face. It's like that. Exactly.
Like that, right?
Yeah. But it's sort of like if you put yourself out there and you say, this is what I look like, these are my flaws, these are my insecurities, like, no one can make fun of you at all. You become invincible. Thank you guys for watching. If you experienced any of the things we talked about, let us know your experience in the comments below.
I dealt with it by laughing and making a sketch comedy channel on the internet for all of you to enjoy. Also, please tell us your most embarrassing story down below, because I think it'll bring us all kind of closer together in a way.
I agree. All of our links are down below, so check them out. And thank you. This was fun.
Yeah.
You're more fun when you're serious.